Good afternoon. Welcome to OptionsTender. It's Tuesday, July 1st. I had to look up top. July 1st, 2025. Welcome, everybody. We're taking a look at SPX on multiple time frames. We're just going to update what's happening from yesterday and the previous trading days, because we're looking for a top soon, and we're just so shy of these last targets here. And I want to show all the indicators that we have going into that top so we can learn off of them and see how these reversals turn out. Okay, so well, first of all, what we talked about in the members video. By the way, we're doing this intraday about 12:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get these videos intraday, consider becoming a YouTube supporter. It's 99 cents a month, and I really appreciate all that helps us keep these videos going. And also the $4.99 membership. You know, we have a lot of learning and teaching that we do in there. We talked about SPX and our Apple trade. We had a nice Apple trade going on. We're still holding on to it to the upside. And we'll be looking at some other trades for reversals to the downside as we get some negative movement. I do think this is probably some sort of wave 4 consolidation into a wave 5. And if you've been following, we have some sort of maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5 extension. Doesn't really matter. Or the 1, 2, 3 in here, really small 4 because the 2 is so large, and 5 into here. Doesn't really matter. However you count it, it's all speculative. Just helps us have some sort of structure to our trades. So nevertheless, let's jump into it. We have SPX on the daily time frame. I'll close this up. And the moving averages, our first indicator, we're in a very positive configuration, but we're into resistance. And so I say that over and over, so you can't be too negative about this, but you are coming into some spots where price could reverse. And it's fascinating when you get the golden cross, death cross, bottom, golden cross, top. So amazing how that works. And so we should be seeing a reversal for that reason alone coming up soon. Here's what I'm calling an oscillator. Beautiful oscillator. Okay, this is what we talked about. We're finally into that overbought territory. That's good. That's a good sign for us. Still a negative divergence from this very top here. All right. And so this is going to create a reversal. And these conditions are getting really, really close. I can imagine just after this consolidation, maybe tomorrow we get news on that mega bill passing. Maybe we get a little spike there into the 2008 trend line, tagged with the 2025, and also in confluence with the options expected move, and also this trend line from the previous top here. Okay, from those 3 last all-time highs there. Okay, so that's a good sign. Getting overbought conditions, and let's move on. Okay, really, really overbought conditions here in the RSI. Again, the MACD, we want to see that crossover with the red histograms with negative divergence. And we're starting to get that curl in the slow stochastic. We'll have our sell signal here at the 80, still monitoring that. So that's why we do these each and every day, so we can watch it in real time, what's happening. And don't forget to hit that notification bell if you want to get all of these videos and follow right along, especially if you're new, or if you've been trading. I did the same thing, self-taught, and on a lot of these things. I did join Theo Trade for a good period of time and learned a lot of theoretical trades and things like that. But I didn't know all these indicators, and I just watched people over and over and over. So anyway, we're on this DMARC. We had our 9, and we're getting into the 13. We're at 11 count right now. This could go to a 9 and 13 right up top here. but let's pay close attention to this 13, because if you get your 11, and the 13 doesn't have to be the exact top. It could actually be, you just can't break down from the 2 days prior. Okay, so we're at 11, and then 12 and 13. So that would bring us to Thursday. Could be a sign of a top or near a top, something like that. It could be the topping process. And so that's something to look at. I think this is setting up nicely. Awesome oscillator, same thing. It's getting those green bars, but we're just waiting for that to roll over. Let me go to SPY so we can see that money flow. Now, if you're wondering why SPX doesn't have that, we don't have volume on SPX. We don't. So this is a volume. This is like the RSI, relative strength, with volume included. So we can see the flow of money in and out of products. And so this catches reversals tremendously. Now, these don't turn on a dime. I said that yesterday. Sometimes it takes almost 2 weeks right here just to get a reversal. Just boom, boom, boom. Price action so small, over and over and over and over and over. Look, price action over and over and over and over. This is a big turn here, but we're going to get it. Okay? Negative divergence on that high. Negative divergence on that high. Negative divergence on the high that we're getting right now. As a matter of fact, it's curling over as price goes up. Bollinger Band, we said we get a sell signal here. Slight sell so far. Not worth selling into yet. We're looking for probably just one more little tiny leg on the 5-minute, 15-minute, whatever your time frame is, before our reversal. Volume shelf, no good there. LA oscillator, this says wave 3 into, this is another 5, and also 3 into wave 5 here. Looking for that reversal to happen. Let's go to VIX. Okay, on the VIX, what we were talking about yesterday was we made a new high, but it gave us plenty, for whatever reason, the VIX gapped up, and it gave room for it to move down while the market moved up. So same thing today, just gapped up. The VIX is trying to get some footing, but the bottom's in. The bottom is in with this cycle low here. And so it's really trying to pick up momentum, gap up and down, or maybe it didn't gap up. It started off, went up, and now is back down, creating a doji. That could be an inverse hammer and continue higher. This could go, retest this trend line here. Either way, it's creating a bottom, maybe some market structure. Nesting is what they call it. Okay. And when the market is done going up, you'll clearly see this start to move. We'll probably close this gap first and then get a sharp move and probably make some sort of market structure headed to the upside as these cycles go through. Okay, so in my opinion, we're starting the bear market 2025 all over again, because we didn't get our a lower high. We're getting our Wyckoff distribution schematic 1 with the new high, and then the swift reversal after that, if you know what I'm talking about. I have for the individual members, the SPX, we showed all of the parts of the Wyckoff distribution and the definitions and that swift reversal at the end of the distribution. Let's go to SPY. Okay, so on SPY, 65-minute, we're going to zoom through these. Now, here is the bearish rising wedge, broke down, formed a new wedge, broke down. Again, you could probably draw another wedge or so in there. But we're drawing in this last leg. I believe this is all one leg, an expanding move here. And so that's in confluence perfectly with the options expected move and that trend line there. And also we know that the 2008 trend line with the 2022 top is in confluence right there. So expanding formation, we're going to look for a reversal soon. And how should that reflect? Here's our moving averages. All right, still a positive formation. Again, I don't think we're going to get any significant. I think this is just going to be the end of the blow off top here. No significant reversal before reaching those targets. Possible, but I don't think that is in the cards there. Again, we have our negative divergence. We started to roll over here. We talked about yesterday this similar situation. You get your top and price goes higher. Momentum starts to wane, and then you get your sell-off. We had our top, price is going higher, rolling over, negative divergence here on the RSI, and we could see another negative divergence or just a higher divergence there with this new high here. And slow stoke is kind of moving in a tighter formation, meaning price action is getting tight. And when we see this either break up or break down, maybe it breaks up first and then rolls over. Again, the only thing I can think of with the news that matters right now is that mega bill that was shown in the Discord today. Nick put that out there. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate you. And then a little shout out to Soul. I want to say Soul Rec. Sorry, I know of you in the Discord, but I don't know how to pronounce your name specifically. So, and I can't see it right now because it's in the SoulRec 86, I want to say. But he mentioned the SPX Golden Cross, and he or she, sorry, I don't know if anybody's he or she, Golden Cross, and then the end of Bull Run could be the end of the Bull Run, that Golden Cross there. And so I appreciate you guys, all your information that you're putting out there, all the camaraderie. I don't care if it's a repeat of what somebody else said. That information is going to a lot of these traders that are in the Discord that are just sitting back and watching because they're maybe brand new. Maybe they don't have anything to offer yet, but then they will in the future. So glad to see everybody in there. Discord is on fire. Just phenomenal charts. Just nailing trades. You guys are fantastic. Okay. So what else? We have our DMARC. Again, a 9-9. Do we get another 9 coming up here? Possible. Let's watch for this next setup. Awesome oscillator. Negative divergence. Again, will we get another one? Looking for another one. It could, price could reverse from here. You have all the conditions that are happening. So I don't think it can't. These targets are just left looming right above. And I just feel like they're going to hit here. So if you want to start scaling into puts, we already have some, but we're going to scale into some puts. And we already talked about that in the Discord of where we're looking out to time-wise. Okay, so negative divergence, we're getting this distribution. Bollinger Band had the sell signals. Now the band looks like it's going to get a little bit tighter as price goes up. Maybe we ride that Bollinger Band again. No setup here today. Volume shelf, again, I just keep pressing that just for the heck of it. Okay, so we're looking at for a degree wave 3 into a wave 5 that happened. Now, do we get one more? All right, looks like we're setting up for another 1, 2 on a really tiny, minute micro degree, 3, 4, and 5 higher. So it looks like we're just forming another extension. So this 3, this 3 into 5, this could be a 1 instead of a 5 there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll see how that ends. We'll see if we get a lower or high here. Maybe that's done. Like I said, there's just some looming unfinished business to the upside. All right, and that's what I have there. I think that's it, you guys. Quick video once again. I want to do the same thing tomorrow. Just check it out, see how these indicators are giving us this information. It's a light trading week, light volume, and so I just I think we're just going to continue to float. But even if we get our pop, let's say tomorrow the bill goes through, the House of Representatives goes through, we get our pop, then look for that to roll over, pop and drop if that's the case. Okay. All right. I guess I'll make that our title for today. All right. Thanks for joining us here at OptionsTender. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.